Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the course of Recruitment and Selection. First of all, basic course information. My own introduction. This is Dr. Amanullah, PhD in Human Resource Management from Deakin Business School, Deakin University, Australia. I have more than 10 years of teaching and research experience in both national and international universities. The course of Recruitment and Selection comprised of 5 major modules. I would like to name 5 of the modules. The first one is Human Resource Planning. This module is also called as Workforce Planning. The second module is called as Recruiting Employees. This is relevant to recruitment practices and recruitment methods. The third module is related to Interviewing Employees. It would deal with number of interviewing practices, types of interviews. The fourth module is related to Selecting Employees. It would talk about different selection tools, assessment procedures, etc. The fifth module is related to Orienting Employees. This is related to orienting new employees, welcoming them, greeting them. Course objectives. The objectives of the course is to describe the HR planning and forecasting. This is the first main objective of this course. After it, there are some objectives which are relevant to the recruitment practices. To describe the recruitment process, then to explain the strategic recruitment, to discuss the major internal and external recruitment sources of human resources, and then to explain the recruitment methods and their advantages and their disadvantages. After recruitment objectives, the next objectives are related to selection procedures. First is to explain the selection process. The second is to understand the need for validation of employee selection procedures. The third is related to evaluate the use of employment test in selection process. Then to appreciate the factors that may contribute in successful selection interviewing. Last but not least, the objective is to understand the objectives of orienting new employees in the organization. Contents coverage. The contents and the concepts of the recruitment and selections would be covered from several books. However, I would recommend 4 books for you. The first book is titled Recruiting, Interviewing, Selecting and Orienting New Employees. 4th edition, written by Diane Arthur and published by PHI Learning. The second book, Competency-based Recruitment and Selection, a Practical Guide, written by Robert Wood and Tim Payne, published by renowned publisher John Willey and Sons. The 2 books are Human Resource Management book. First one is Human Resource Management, 7th edition, written by Raymond J. Stone and published by John Willey and Sons. And the second book is Human Resource Management, 12th edition, written by very famous author Gary Dessler and published by Pearson Education. In addition to these books, you can consider several other books on recruitment and selection and human resource management. Course assessment. The course assessment has 3 major components. The first component is assignments, quizzes, and graded discussion. It would comprise 15% of the total allocated marks. Then there is a midterm examination. It would comprise of 35% of the marks. And then final term exam, it would comprise of 50% of the total marks. Guys, it is very important to integrate course objectives, course contents, and course assessment with each other. It would enhance your learning and understand the major concepts of recruitment and selection.